All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today's lesson is going to be the ultimate LinkedIn advertising tutorial. So we're going to be going over LinkedIn paid advertising, every different advertising method that you have on LinkedIn, every type of ad you can create. We're going to go over today. The only thing we're not going to cover are LinkedIn lead forms. So I'll kind of go over that when we get to them, but everything else I'm going to go through today just to kind of show you how LinkedIn advertising works. So basically, to get started, the you need to set up a LinkedIn business account in order to advertise on there. So basically, if you don't have a business account, it's going to be hard to advertise anyway. And I'm not sure if they let you advertise from your personal account. I believe they make you set up a business account. You might be able to transition your own account into like a brand page. So it's something like that. So, however, however they make you set it up for your business. Because if some, I know a lot of people like to promote themselves and stuff like that. So the way I have it set up is I have my personal LinkedIn connected to my LinkedIn company page. So Surfside PPC is my company page, and I have my personal LinkedIn over here. So Corey Frankowski, and once I set those two up, all I did was come to this URL here and go to linkedin.com/ad/accounts. If you don't have an account here, which you probably don't if you're not set up yet, what you need to do is add an account here. I'm not going to go through those steps. I've already added mine, so I have Surfside PPC ad account here. It shows how many campaigns I have. I created this just a couple days before the video. Admittedly, I'm not a giant user of LinkedIn, but I do run ads for other clients, so I'm familiar with the advertising platform. But in terms of my own business, you're going to kind of see it's kind of bare, but I do know how to run the ads and I know how to target everything and give you some best practices. So um, when you click here and you go to your ad account, it's going to bring you to this page here. So this is my ad account, campaign manager, website demographics, account assets, website tracking, conversion tracking. So these are some different things you can do here, and I'm going to go over those in a separate video actually. So doing campaign tracking and tracking conversions, and also setting up custom audiences. So that's kind of separate from what I'm going to be showing you today. What I'm going to be showing you is I'm going to be promoting a video. So the video I'm going to be promoting it's on YouTube directly. I have a YouTube channel here. It's my Surfside PPC Amazon affiliate marketing training. So it's just going to go to this playlist. I want people to come to my YouTube course and subscribe. I have all sorts of marketing videos, so I'm trying to build up my overall subscribers, and I want basically with this video to reach people who are interested in affiliate marketing, Amazon affiliate marketing, things along those lines. So what I'm going to do is, to get started, you come into your ad account here and we're going to click create campaign. All right, so you have three different ad products you can choose from. The first one is sponsored content. So that's going to be basically similar to native advertising, similar to the advertisements you see in the news feed of Facebook. If you're familiar with LinkedIn, you're familiar with the news feed. Basically, it comes in right here. So it would come in kind of like this does. This isn't an ad here, but it would kind of look similar to this, where you have some text up top and it just looks like a regular posting, but it's sponsored. So that's what sponsored content is here. When you click learn more, you can see it's across devices. So here's a mobile example here. It's the most viewed by LinkedIn visitors, the LinkedIn feed. Target your audience based on accurate first-party data, raise awareness, drive quality leads. So that's what we're going to start with, is promote your content with targeted native advertising. I'll be going through these next two after I set up this first campaign. Okay, so you're going to have to name your campaign. So I'm just going to do mine. It's going to be called Surfside PPC Video Course, and this is sponsored content. So target audience language, if you need to adjust this, you can. Send people to your website or content, and also I want to increase followers for my company page. There's also this here, collect leads using LinkedIn lead form. So just clicking learn more here. Basically with LinkedIn leads form, you set up, like a lead form directly through LinkedIn, and you run your advertisement. And as you collect leads, it shows here download leads from LinkedIn Campaign Manager or connect to your marketing automation provider or CRM to capture manage lead data. So it's good if you're trying to get clients, if you're trying to get just prospects, to convert prospects into qualified leads. I'm not going to go over LinkedIn lead gen forms if you are interested in them. They're pretty easy to use, but it just doesn't work for what I'm doing right now. I'm not trying to get leads. I want people to just go directly into my YouTube channel and subscribe there. So I'm doing send people to my website or content, which is for the most part what you're going to be doing here. So click next. Okay, so basically with sponsored content, you need something in your newsfeed. So I only have this one post here. You'll see here, subscribe to our free video course, Surfside PPC. So I'm going to select that. And you can create new sponsored content if you want, or you can just come into your company page here. So this is my company page. I just posted this here, basically right before the video. And once you click select here, just click next. Okay, so couple options here. Right now we're targeting an audience, so it's going to be say define who you want to see your ads. Most important thing is you want to find, people who have a direct interest in what you are trying to sell them, what you're trying to show them, whatever your product or service is. Matched audience. So again, I'm not going to go through this on this video. If you click here, you can retarget to website visitors, or you can upload a list of email address or companies. So different things that you can do with matched audiences. They're always good if you're trying to retarget to your website visitors. So what we're going to do is target by the audience below. You could also have templates in here. We don't have one. So we're going to start with location. Let's just assume I just want to target people in New York City. I would probably just do the United States here, but I just want to show I'm just going to do greater New York City area. So that already starts me off with 9.3 million LinkedIn members. And let's just add greater Boston area. So these are going to be pretty large areas around New York City and Boston. It's going to include the entire market. It's not just going to be the city. It's going to include some, outside areas, people who might live a little bit outside the city. So the next is kind of the most important thing. So select specific targeting criteria to zero in on your ideal audience. So for me, I'm not going to be targeting companies as much, job titles as much. I'm going to be targeting groups. So I want to target people who are members of certain groups and who have shown, certain interests by the groups that they follow. So I'm going to show that here. So I'm going to start. So for my thing, it's affiliate marketing. So what I would do is you just type in affiliate marketing and you see you have all these different, types of things that come up in here. So you just want to find things that really match for what you're doing. So maybe you just start with this one, affiliate marketing group, most members in the industry. So mine is definitely based around, making money online. It might not be as much global. I might not want to reach, affiliates and program managers or poker and gamer marketing. I'm not sure if I want to reach all those people. So maybe I just go make money. So what you want to do is keep adding and get your estimated target audience higher and higher. So this is kind of how I target it. I might try to take away WordPress and add more, but I will kind of want to keep this up high enough. Actually, I'm just going to take it away. I'm going to keep this very targeted because this is how I'd actually run it. So I would target all of these different groups. I'd probably continue to add more groups, continue to do research with groups, but they would all be similar to this: affiliate marketing, make money online, Amazon affiliate stores, some different things. These things kind of seem a little scammy. What I'm selling isn't. It's a legitimate course, and it's free. It's just a video course. So what I could do is just, put this out into people who like those types of interests, and they should have some level of interest in my, my video course here. Now let's just assume. I just want to show you some of these other options you have here. So let's just say I want to target by company name. So let's say I want to target people who work at Microsoft. So you'll see just by typing in micro, you'll see all these different options. So you can see you really have so many options here. And what you want to do when you're targeting companies is what you're doing is you're targeting the employees of those companies. And, there's a lot of different ways to, for example, let's say I'm selling some type of software for real estate. I might go into what companies do I want to target. I come into real estate and you have all these different types of, real estate developer, all these different companies with, tons of employees, and I can target them directly. So let's just say I do real estate one. So now they have, target by current roles at these companies. So I could target it all these different things. These are different suggestions that are similar. So, that's, and what it's going to start doing is combining some of these things. So right now it's going to say my audience is too small. I recommend kind of only combining things to get it down a little bit if you need to. So you can start targeting job titles, job functions. So let's say I do schools. So I'll just type in the school I went to. So Coastal Carolina. So it'll come up with that school here. You can click it. And now you're just targeting people who have that, they went that school in their profile. So let's get rid of that here, that here. So what job titles? So let's just say I want to target anybody who has a job title of marketing. So you have marketing, marketing manager, marketing director. I'll do sales and marketing specialist. So now you have different things here: marketing intern, marketing consultant, marketing analyst, internet marketing specialist. So there's so many different job titles here too. I'm not a huge fan of targeting by job title. I really like to use groups. I like to use, some types of companies that people work for, and it's kind of difficult to find exactly what you're looking for on LinkedIn depending on what you're selling. So let me just find a. All right, so business funding in 24 hours. So let's just say you're targeting for business funding, for example. So they're probably giving out small business loans. What you would probably do is you might target job title and say entrepreneur, and maybe you do something like small business owner. So you go small business owner here, and what else was it? So business funding and next. So you would kind of just target those job titles if you wanted to. It might be difficult to get that. You might be looking for member age. Maybe you say, you know what, people who are looking for business funding might be a little bit younger. They might not know exactly where to look. So different things along those lines. You might be able to find based on what some of their member groups are. Again, member groups is my favorite way to target because it's people are giving away what they're interested in. So I have affiliate marketing here. Obviously, what I'm showing people, they're going to have an interest in this because it's all affiliate marketing. It's all make money online. I have 1,000 LinkedIn members. Let's just say I wanted, I need more people. Let me just go United States. So we'll do that. Now I go all the way up to 39,000. So I have plenty of members. Oh, up to 14. Plenty of members all in these groups. You can keep messing around with some of these and keep narrowing it down a little bit. Maybe I want to go with younger members. Maybe I want to do certain genders. Doesn't really work for me, but so enable the LinkedIn audience network. So basically, beyond the LinkedIn feed, there's other publishers within the LinkedIn audience network that are going to be able to also show on your show your ad on their pages. So it just expands it. They continue to use the LinkedIn audience that you select, so you might as well just keep it. So you could exclude categories. You could look at the see full list. So there's a bunch of different things here. I'm not going to exclude anything. If you're interested in the LinkedIn Audience Network, they have this link down here, Learn More. You can learn a lot more about it. You could block lists of websites or apps where you don't want your ad to appear, but I'm not going to do that. Enable audience expansion. I like doing this because basically what they're doing is they're going to find people that are similar to people you're targeting, and they're going to show your ad to them too. So maybe someone's not within this exact target, but they are so similar to someone who's just not in one of these groups. They're in so many similar groups as someone else. They show these types of interests. They'll just show that with enable audience expansion, they'll show your ad to that person. So you can save this audience as a template. So just to show you how to do that, I could just say, maybe I just do affiliate marketing groups. That's good. Affiliate marketing group. So save template. Click next. So now you're kind of going through your bids, your budgets. Again, if you want to do conversion tracking here, you can. I'm going to be sending people to YouTube, so it's I can't really do conversion tracking. Bid type, I recommend a cost per click bid type. It gives you a little bit more control. So daily budget. So this is whatever you want to spend for whatever you want to spend for the day, and just whatever your budget is. You kind of just want to come down to a daily budget. Maybe you have a $600 monthly budget, so you just figure out what your daily budget would be. Bids. So it's going to give you a recommended bid to reach the majority of your audience. Again, this is bidding per click. That's a very high bid, $9.03. Instead, you might want to do something closer to the minimum bid. So maybe you just go with $5 to start. See if you can reach your daily budget. Maybe if you do $25, now you're only doing 5 clicks per day, so it's a lot. So that's why some of the people advertising on LinkedIn, this probably wouldn't be optimal for me for sending someone to a YouTube channel. But if you have a business and you're trying to drive leads or drive sales or something like that, then this might make a little bit more sense. Again, you could also usually get a lower bid if you expand your audience, but then you're kind of pulling out some people. You're putting in some people who might not be as targeted. So some different things here: campaign start and end date. We're going to start immediately. I just clicked the link here. It gives you some extra things, so you can set your campaign end date. Let's just say I want to end it on Halloween. My minimum total, or this is your total budget that you're willing to spend. So let's say I don't want to spend any more than $600. So ad rotation, we're going to optimize for clicks. Again, I only made one ad. You probably want to make multiple ads. So we're going to launch campaign. All right, so as you can see here, now we're back out into our ad account. We have our campaign active, Surfside PPC video course, sponsored content. So it's going to show this post here to different people in their LinkedIn newsfeed based on the targeting that I set. So I set a bid of $5, maximum daily budget of 25, and a maximum budget of 600. So basically, in terms of trying to, and you'll see it down here, Surfside PPC video course. In terms of trying to measure and optimize your campaign, it's going to be difficult if you're sending them to a YouTube channel like I am. So let's just say, for example, you're not setting up conversion tracking on your website. Again, check out our other video about conversion tracking so you understand how to do that if that's what you're looking for. If you're not setting up conversion tracking on your website, something you can do is if you go into the campaign URL builder in Google Analytics, here's the URL up here. You could also just search Google URL builder and it'll come up. It's a first result in Google. So this allows you to track custom campaigns in Google. You're probably already familiar with campaign tracking, and if you're not, it's kind of a really good lesson to learn. So basically what you would do is, let's just say I'm sending traffic to my website. So on my website, I have Google Analytics installed. So basically I'm going to set up tracking that will talk to Google Analytics so I can go into and look at my campaign, because when I'm sending traffic to YouTube, I'm not going to be able to see their Google Analytics data. I'm not going to be able to see anything. The only thing I can measure is, I'm running, come to the right page here. So I'm running this campaign down here. The only thing really that I'm going to be able to measure is if my subscribers start to increase. So let's just say I get an average of 100 subscribers a month. If my subscribers go up to $200 a month or 200 per month, then maybe I say, okay, that can probably give that to LinkedIn, because it's going to be difficult to track all the traffic here, and that's so important for your campaign. So what you would do in the Google AdWords keyword builder is put your website URL, so your campaign source. So the way I would do it for LinkedIn is I would go LinkedIn. So your campaign medium, I would do cost per click, so CPC. So campaign name, so this is whatever you're promoting. So for me, doing everything Surfside PPC video course. And the way I would want to do this one is I would want to go right back. Keep clicking on the wrong link. So I would want to go right back and do the exact campaign name here. So Surfside PPC video course and then sponsored content. So campaign term, this is to identify who you're targeting, and campaign content is to use to differentiate ads. So we only had one ad, and I know who I only have one, thing that I'm targeting for sponsored content, so I know, what the thing is. But what I can do is just go affiliate marketing group. So now this is my campaign URL. So I'd go copy URL. It looks like an ugly URL, surfsideppc.com, question mark, UTM source, UTM medium, UTM campaign. So basically what this is telling Google is every time someone clicks on this URL in LinkedIn, it'll tell Google, okay, this click came from this LinkedIn campaign. And I can go into Google Analytics and say, okay, this is how good my traffic performed from those clicks. So I can narrow down my campaign clicks from LinkedIn. So just a quick little lesson there. So you would use this URL in your campaign. So whatever your landing page is, you would go up here, enter it. So maybe it's just, contact or something. Contact or something like that. Then you see it changes down here. So I would go copy URL and I would use it right in LinkedIn when I'm setting up campaigns. Or, as I'm doing my update here, I would send traffic to that page. So that's just a good little lesson I want to teach you there. It's good to know because we're not doing conversion tracking setup right now. So I'm going to pause this for now. And what we're going to show is text ads. So this is a way to drive traffic directly from the desktop and it's going to say easy to create ads. So these are ads in the right hand corner, right hand side of your screen. These ads right over here. So what we're going to do is click select up here. Okay, so campaign name, we're going to do similar to like we did with the other one. So Certified PPC video course, and we'll go text ads. So target audience language is going to be English, and we'll click next. So now you're creating an ad. So you're saying where should members go when they click on your ad. So you can send them directly to your page on LinkedIn if you want. Otherwise, you can send them to your website. In the last example here, let's just say I wanted to send someone to my contact page, which I wouldn't, but if I did, let me close that. If I did, what I would do is just come into my website here and enter that right in there. So just so you kind of see how that works. But what I'm going to do is come into YouTube, copy my URL to my playlist, and put that there. So now you're adding a headline, image, and copy. It's going to look, like one of these. So you can kind of see what it's going to look like. So we're going to do Amazon affiliate training and all right. So there you go. Just something quick. I'd probably do, make sure I don't spell this word wrong. So I'd probably use all my characters if I could, but this is good for now. Subscribe to our Amazon. So pretty simple. You just want to use some square image that's similar to what you're promoting. So here's some of these other examples. This is not great here because it's so hard to see. It says Facebook good, Bing wrong name. I can't even read that, wrong address maybe. So is your business listed? So it's I guess I see what they're doing, but this one is also kind of difficult. It's hard to even tell he's carrying money. It just looks, this is a good one right here. So something like this, like an icon where someone could just look and say, okay, this is what they're promoting. I think that's kind of the way it's going to work best. So, dollar sign here, Amazon affiliate training. You can see some of the different advertisements here. So, and then we just click save. And we're going to come to, okay, so you have the option to create another ad. We're not going to. I would highly, highly, highly recommend creating another ad for all your campaigns. All right, so what I can show you now here is we could bring in our same exact audience we targeted before, which I would recommend doing. So if you're running multiple different ads to keep the same audience, you might as well have them see your ad in different areas instead of trying to target all sorts of different people. Unless you have two audiences you really want to test, but in that case, I would still probably keep them together and then test them separately. So we're going to keep this exactly the same as we had it. We can adjust this if we really wanted to. So maybe I want to target, certain things here, but I'm not going to. Keep this as is. If you update it all, you can save it as a new, template, or you can just update your existing template. Click next. So we're going to, similar to the other one, so bid type, we're going to keep a cost per click bid type. Daily budget, so we're going to keep $25. So others are bidding between $8.60 and $13.29 for a similar audience. So instead of doing that, let's just come down here and minimum bid is $2. What I would do is probably do $3. I always go about 50 cents or a dollar up from the minimum bid and then kind of adjust from there depending on my volume. Campaign start date, we'll just do start immediately. And campaign end date here, let's do that again. Optimize for clicks and launch campaign. So this one a little bit quicker here to do the text ads. So basically all you need is, the most difficult thing you'll need is a little icon and then your ad copy. And then you just have to select the audience you want to target. We kept our same audience because that's how I would do it in an actual campaign. So if I come back to my Surfside PPC ad account, see here. So we have first one we did sponsored content. I paused the text ads. I'm going to pause this one as well. I'm not going to run these campaigns. Just want to kind of show you guys how to do them. So our last campaign here is going to be the mail campaign. So it's sponsored in mail. So I want to send targeted messages directly to the people who matter most. So basically, you're targeting people on LinkedIn and they're advertising mail, so they can see. You could send them your product, your service, whatever it is you're trying to advertise. We're going to click select up here. Try to go through some of these things fairly quickly, so don't make an hour-long video. So I'll do sponsored in mail. So you're naming your ad right now, so we're just going to call it, you know, call it in mail ad 1. All right, so basically you're going to be like emailing somebody, so you want to keep that in mind as you're doing this. Over here, you're going to see here some jurisdictions, including Canada, require electronic messages. So I'm not going to do that in this right now, but if I was sending an actual one, I would make sure that make sure you have all your legal bases covered. There's always different rules and laws out there. You should be somewhat familiar with them if you do email marketing, but just make sure you have all your legal bases covered depending on where you're doing business. We're going to do a subject up here, so I'm going to do so shorter subject lines are usually a little bit better. Mine's kind of difficult to do. Short. And what we can do here is go hi. And if you look over here, you'll see they have, some different things here where you can incorporate their first name. So if you go hi first name, give it a little personalization. All right, so just type out your message. So here you're trying to sell basically whatever your product or service is. So I just want people to subscribe. So what I would do is just keep it like this and then do, check out our. So copy and paste. We'll do thank you, server side PPC. I'll go give it a little personalization. So I would add a custom footer for terms conditions. Just link directly to your terms and conditions page. But we're going to click next here. So basically, you have a landing page URL, call to action button, and you can upload a banner creative. This is optional, but it's highly recommended to do it. So landing page URL. So again, if you were using the campaign builder, you would use this campaign URL we built here, so you could track it into Google Analytics. But we're going to be sending people directly to YouTube. Put that there. Call to action buttons. Whatever you're trying to do. So maybe you do something like book now and save if you're in travel. For me, it's subscribe. Maybe you do contact us now. Whatever your call to action is, you want to do that now. So maybe it's, shop today. So whatever it is that works best for your products. For me, it's subscribe. I like to do an exclamation point there. So banner creative is 300 by 250. So and there you go. You can see what it looks like for your banner creative, and we're going to click next. So you would create another ad here again. We're not going to because I don't want to do a million ads for you. But so what we can do is target by the same audience that we did earlier. So our save template, we're going to apply the template. So audience template successfully applied. We have 14,000 members. Click next. You can enable audience expansion there. So your bid's lower for this. You're bidding per send. So you might send 10 things and no one opens them. So it's a little bit different than sending per click. So it's a little bit cheaper. The minimum bid's 55 cents. They recommend 59 cents. So we'll just do 59 cents. Do start immediately. Again, daily budget. Campaign end date, we'll do keep our total budget, optimize for clicks. And again, you get charged every time you send an in-mail to someone's inbox. So once you click launch campaign. Okay, so now we have our sponsored in-mail campaign here. So we've made 3 different campaigns. I've shown you every different type of ad unit you have with LinkedIn. So hopefully this is a good little beginner's tutorial for you. I'm going to have more about conversion tracking, using different audiences, and just different things like that in other videos. I want to make sure I do comprehensive LinkedIn tutorials. So if you need any help, make sure you leave a comment. If you enjoyed the video, I always appreciate comments, thumbs up, subscribes, however you want to give us some credit. Always helps us on YouTube. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you learned a little bit about LinkedIn advertising. Today we went over sponsored content, text ads, and in-mail ads. So the three different ad formats. The only thing we didn't go over really was LinkedIn lead gen forms, but pretty self-explanatory. Just you set up forms directly on LinkedIn, and they can collect leads for you. Just keep in mind the main thing I went over is the campaign URL builder to track your campaigns in LinkedIn. So if I'm just sending traffic from some of these campaigns down here, or I'm just sending emails, and I don't know, unless I see a huge uptick in my overall subscribers here on YouTube, it's going to be difficult for me to really measure effectively what I'm doing, how I'm spending, whether or not my money's going to the right place. So just keep that in mind. If you need any help, you could always give us a comment, and I appreciate you joining me today.